everybody. Thank you for joining me for yoga this morning. For today's practice, I'd like you to set your mat up so that you have access to one wall. I'm in a corner here. I have two walls, but you just need one wall. So go ahead and set your mat up close to a wall. And we are going to begin today actually down on the floor, on the back with the knees bent. So just find your way down onto your mat, getting as comfortable as you can, wiggling around until the spine feels long and comfortable, opening the shoulders, just letting the body settle in here for a moment. Close the eyes. And then let's place the hands down on the lower part of the abdomen as we tune in and check in with our breath this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, whatever time of the day it is for you as you're coming to this practice. And for the next few breaths, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Exhaling out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale a big. And now, continuing with inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, but we're going to begin to purse the lips and to blow out on the exhale. So we're extending out the exhalation, so inhale through the nose, purse the lips and blow out. Inhale through the nose, purse the lips and blow out, and continue with that. And now coming to inhalation, exhalation, only through the nose. And moving into the complete yoga breath. Low hand, right hand on the belly, left hand over the heart center. Inhaling deeply down to the belly, in and out through the nose, filling your body with breath from bottom to top. First the belly, then the chest, all the way up till you feel your collarbones lifting, emptying out of the collar, out of the chest, out of the belly, at your own pace. Feeling the expansion of your body on the inhalation, the contraction on the exhalation, completely filling with breath As you breathe in, completely emptying out the breath as you breathe out. And relax the breath, release the arms, pause, and just notice how you feel inside today. Is it a stormy day inside, as it is for many of us? Noticing if you're feeling okay today, or whether this is a day where the fear, the anxiety, the feelings of feeling overwhelmed are what is predominating, and accepting however it is that you're feeling this radical self-acceptance to how it is right now, right here for me. And then I'd invite you, as an intention for setting for the practice today, to affirm to yourself, I am strong, I am balanced, I am resilient. I am strong, I am balanced, I am resilient. I am strong, I am balanced, I am resilient. And then drawing the knees in towards the chest and holding either behind the thighs or on top of the knees. We'll just begin an inhalation, knees move away from the body. Exhale, draw the thighs in towards the belly. Inhale, knees move away. Exhale, thighs move inward. And just repeat that a few more times. Inhaling as the knees go away. Exhale as the thighs press inward. And remembering throughout your practice to listen to your body, to move at your own pace, to adjust any movements that create pain for you. Pain is the signal from the body to stop. So really being mindful and being kind, being compassionate with yourself, with your mind, with your thoughts, with your breath. One more time here as you press thighs inward and rock knees away, bringing the feet down to the floor. And beginning some pelvic tilting with arm movement. So on the inhalation, little arch of the back and take the arms up and overhead. If that's too much for the shoulders, then just open them up to where you can, where it's pain-free. Exhale and press low back into the floor. Inhale, lengthen up, bringing the arms up. Exhale, bringing the arms down. Keeping the feet firmly planted on the floor, moving with breath. And then with the next exhalation, as you're pressing the low back into the floor and bringing the arms down, then let's bring the right leg up. Hold it up there for a moment. Press up through the heels, spread the toes apart, and let's take some ankle rotations, circling them around 5 or 6 times in each direction. Point and flex. And you may have to have a little bend in the knee if your hamstrings or your back is tight today. And bring that leg down. Take an inhale, exhale, press low back into the floor, send the left leg up. Oh, notice how tight it is there today. Maybe soften the knee a little bit. Stretch the toes as you lengthen up. Inhale, exhale through the nose. And point and flex a few times. And then circling clockwise 6 times. And circling counterclockwise 6 times. And bring that foot back down to the floor. Take a breath. Stay here with the body. If the mind is busy, notice when it wanders away. Each time you notice you've wandered off, coming back to present time, to your mat, to your body, to this moment right here, right now, where everything is fine. There's nothing wrong with this moment right here. Bend the knees, bring the legs up, and then just begin to stretch one leg up at a time. And then we'll begin to bring the opposite arms into this movement. So as the right leg goes up, the left arm comes up. Opposite, left leg, right arm. Find a rhythm with your breath. And one more time each side. And bring feet back down to the floor. Pause, take a breath. Maybe rock a little from side to side with the knees. And let the head begin to gently turn in the opposite direction of the knees. Inhale, knees to center, head to center. Exhale, knees to the side, head opposite. And inhale, come back to center. Now here you want to move so that we're going to come into some big shoulder circles. So you want to have a nice clearing all around so that when you come into a fetal position, with the arms out from the shoulders, as you begin to circle around, you're not going to hit a wall or a chair or any piece of furniture. And we'll just come into some big circling around of the arms as we begin to open up and stretch the shoulders, stretch the chest. Trying to keep the fingers on the floor as you circle around, and then slowly rotating the torso back, shoulders opening. And as you do this, stop if there's a place where it's really painful and breathe into where it's tight, where it's gripping. Then continue to circle around. Nice big arm, shoulder circles here. Find a rhythm with your breath. Continuing to inhale, exhale through the nose. there's some nice compression and twisting here through the abdomen, so you might start to hear some rumble and grumble through the belly. That's all good. And as the hands come back together, let's reverse that circling direction. So now the hand is moving down towards the body, coming across the body. Rotate and open up. Open that arm up as much as you can. For some of you, you may have to keep the elbow bent, and the arm is more up in the air, because that's where your shoulder is at. And accept that. If you need to modify, make friends with your body, make friends with your limitations. So we're building this loving, trusting relationship with our bodies. Being grateful for all of the ways that we can move. Focusing on the positive, not the negative. That's a really good skill that we need to develop, especially in our new world that has presented itself to us. If we stick with focusing on the negative, it's a very dark place to hang out. But you have the choice, you have an option to focus on what is bright and positive and good. First within yourself, within your body. Pause there, take a breath, and then we're going to come over to the other side. So circle around in the other direction, set yourself up. Beginning in a fetal position, knees tucked up high. You could also use a pillow. Pillows are handy to have if you need a little support for your neck. Beginning with the arms extending, and the first movement is sliding the upper arm out and then trying to keep the fingers on the floor if possible. If it's not possible, circling up high. Being patient with our shoulder. Being patient, being accepting as you circle around and noticing, where does this feel good? Don't focus on necessarily where it's really uncomfortable, but just enjoy this slow circling and opening. Remembering to stop if you do find a point where it's painful. Pain is different than just uncomfortable. Uncomfortable you can breathe into. Pain you need to stop. Pain affects your breath. Pain stops you in your tracks. Move away from pain. And as the hands meet the next time, then pause there. Reverse your circle. Slide the top arm forward and circle down and around. As your shoulder joint becomes a little more lubricated, maybe you can already notice a little bit more range of motion, a little bit easing up, opening up. Keep the breath in and out through the nose as you continue these big arm circles around. And last one here, when the palms come back together, have a little pause there. And then we're going to press up and come to sitting. Now if you find that when you sit, you have the tendency to kind of roll backwards and round the shoulders, then it can be handy to have a cushion or a block to sit up on to elevate the hips. As we sit up, we're aiming to have our knees dropping below our hips as opposed to the knees up high. Maybe the hips are stiff and your knees are up higher, and that's okay. Slowly, slowly, as we practice yoga, we find small openings and changes in our body. As we sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine, close the eyes. Take a breath in to the body here. Fill your body with breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. And then let's draw on the inhale the shoulders up by the ears, and exhale and drop them down. One more time, shoulders lift and release down, good. Okay, so now we'll take this into a circling movement here as you begin to circle around. Nice and slow. Inhale, pull the chest forward. Exhale, now we round and draw the shoulders forward, opening up the shoulder blades behind. Inhale, lift the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit as you circle around. One more big circle here, and then as we come around back to center, switch the cross of the feet. Take the circling in the opposite direction. So if you were circling clockwise, bring it counterclockwise. Pull the heart forward, open through the chest. Round, draw the shoulders forward, circle around. And coming around, come back to sitting, close the eyes. Sense inside. And then now imagining that the tip of your nose is on a wall in front of you. Begin to make small circles with your nose on the wall. And as you circle around, the circle is becoming a little bigger, but the tip of the nose stays on the wall. Your imaginary wall. And come back. Pause. Small circles opposite direction. Nose on your imaginary wall. Slowly enlarging the circles. Don't forget to breathe. Pause, take a breath. Okay, we're going to come to standing now. So as we come all the way up, coming to face the wall now, placing your hands at shoulder height or maybe a little bit higher than the shoulders. And then step back here. Actually, first we're going to come to mountain, Tadasana. So either bring the feet underneath the hips or the big toes together with the heels slightly apart, whichever way feels most natural and supportive and stable for you in your Tadasana. Just glance down, lift the toes, find that balance on the bottom of the feet from the center of the back heels, and then in a triangle up to the base of the little toes and the big toes. Then set the toes down, press them down. So you're really anchoring down, pressing down into the earth and lifting up through the crown of the head as you stack all of the joints. Knees over the ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips, arms by the sides, head centered on the shoulders. And then contract the thigh muscles so you engage the muscles of the legs here as you stand tall and strong like a mountain. And just slide your hand to your small back. Here we want to really focus on the natural curves of our spine that support us. So there's a natural curve in the low spine. If the belly is tilted forward and you have an exaggerated sway back, then notice that. Maybe tuck the tailbone a little bit. If you actually have more of a flat back, you might have to almost soften the knees and create a little bit of an arch in the low back to find the natural curves. There's natural curves at the back of the neck, and then around to the thoracic spine, down through the lumbar spine. And that is the feeling that I really want you to sense into. The natural curves of the spine in your mountain. And then we're going to now come to the wall, place the hands, might be at shoulder height, might be a little bit higher than the shoulders, but it's the distance is shoulder distance apart. And then step back with the feet as we come into a wall push. So you want to come back, ideally the hips come back over the knees, and then as you take the hips back, ears come in between the arms. You want to be able to press into the wall and then find the natural curve of the spine. So just artificially round here, you can feel how you rounded the shoulders. And then as you come into more like a dog where the belly has dropped, there's that exaggerated arch in the low back, and then come back to neutral spine. You might have to play with the distance a way that feels right for you as you press into the wall, finding a nice long lengthened spine, natural curve like a mountain. Hold and breathe. Soften the knees a little bit. Step 1 foot forward. Coming closer to the wall here as you reach the arms up. As you reach the arms up, my ceiling is quite low. Maybe your ceiling is higher so you don't have to worry about touching the ceiling. Rise up onto the balls of the feet and reach up with the arms. And trying to keep the arms extending up there as you drop the heels down towards the floor. Inhale, rise up, reaching, lengthening up. Exhale, drop the heels down. Inhale, rise up. Drop the heels down on the exhale. And release. Drop the arms down. Shake the arms out a little bit. Turn around. And letting our bottom and our low back come towards the wall. Feet are coming out away from the wall here, hip distance apart. And then bend the knees. Come to pressing low back into the wall. Shoulders back, back of the head is on the wall. straighten the legs. Inhale, exhale, slide down as you bend the knees, press the low back into the wall, and then we're going to come off of the wall from the head. The head comes off, the shoulders come forward, low back stays as long as possible as you begin to round and fold it forward. And here, really let the arms be loose like noodles, coat sleeve arms. Let the head relax, the neck relax as you hang it forward, using the wall for some support. Your bottom is pressing to the wall. Remembering, if you ever feel dizzy while you're practicing, to come down into a safe place on the floor in child's pose. Blood pressure can fluctuate. If you have any conditions where this kind of pressure, you might feel more pressure in your head with the head down below the heart. You have glaucoma, issues with the eyes, detached retina, you should not be practicing yoga with your head below your heart. The head would stay up at the level or above the heart. And slowly begin this journey back up as you keep the arms really loose, sliding up. We want to bring the low back first. Press into the wall. And then the shoulders come back up and the head comes back and the legs straighten. And we'll practice that one more time. Take an inhale, exhale, slide down, low back pressing. Head comes off, shoulders come off. Loose coat sleeve arms, dangling as we slowly, slowly bring it forward. Continue to breathe. Keep a bend in the knees. If you can straighten the legs and fall it forward. Variation of Uttanasana. Begin to bend the knees and come back up slowly, bringing the low back into the wall. Shoulders come back, head comes back, legs straighten, and come all the way off of the wall. Okay, so now making sure that your mat is quite close and snug. We're going to use the wall for support for the back leg for some standing poses now. So bring the right foot right back so the outer edge of the foot is to the base of the wall. Turn the left leg completely out. Rotate the whole leg, the ankle, the knee, the thigh, so that your toes are pointing to the bottom of your mat. And then here, bring your back toes in so that you can feel that outer edge of your back heel is supported by the wall. And then we're going to bend the front knee. Now, if you have stepped so wide that your knee is behind the ankle, then bring that foot back. If you haven't stepped wide enough and your knee is way over the ankle, then you need to step wider here. We're aiming for knee directly over ankle. That's it. And we'll raise the left arm, palm down, taking the gaze to the middle finger of our left arm. And we're going to let the back arm slide down the back thigh as we engage the legs here, feeling how the inner thighs are moving apart. And you can use the wall behind you for support for the back arm. We're going to let it slide down the back leg, trying to center the torso on top of the hips. And then we'll take lay back here as we begin to slide the back hand down the leg and bringing the left arm forward and then rotating so we can look into the palm. It may be enough here with the wrist up over the shoulder. You can bring that back closer as though you're reaching back to fingertips to touch the wall. And then bringing that arm back. So you choose. Decide how this feels. If it's just too much of a stretch, leave the arm forward. And now we'll come down into Parsvakonasana, supported with the thigh. So the left forearm comes down on top of the thigh behind the knee, and right arm comes up and over, palm down. And then belly rotating up, chin coming in towards the armpit. Lengthen, use the wall for support to really lengthen and stretch here. And breathe. Inhale, come back up, straighten the leg. Take a little pause there. So we'll do that once again. Bend the front knee, lift the arm, Virabhadrasana 2, variation. Either using the wall for support or the hand coming down the back leg, gaze over middle finger of the left arm. On an exhalation, coming down to Parsvakonasana. If it's easy for you to come and bring your hand to the outside of the foot or even up onto the fingertips, then you can bring this a little deeper as you bring the top arm up. Rotating, chest open, breathing. Inhale, come back up. Step the feet forward, come into mountain, Tadasana. Coming to the other side. So this time it will be the left foot. Sorry, my back is to you. Same thing, right leg completely turns out so that the toes face the bottom of your mat. The back foot, angle the toes in slightly. Check the distance. Did you step too wide and the knee is behind the ankle? You need to step in a little closer. Did you not step wide enough and your knee is way far in front? Finding knee over ankle. Back heel in contact with the wall so that we can use that to really feel the opening here. Back leg is as straight as possible. Right arm lifts, gaze over middle finger. Then begin to slide it down, rotate the palm. Bringing fingers back towards the wall. Maybe you can reach, maybe you can't, it doesn't matter. On the exhale, coming down to Parsvakonasana. Forearm onto thigh, other arm lifts up and over with palm down and chin coming in towards the armpit as we rotating chest open. Next inhalation, come back up. Straighten the front leg, take a breath, pause, then reset. Bend the knee, knee comes over ankle, right arm extending out, slide the back hand down. Let's take it for a layback. Then down to Parsvakonasana, either forearm on thigh, or if you can easily bring that hand to the outside, coming down, rotating chest open, breathing, fingers together of your top arm, palm down. One more breath. Inhale, come back up, step it forward, back to mountain Tadasana. Standing tall, close the eyes here, and just feel your stability, that inner stability. Feeling the strength of your own legs, the cooperation of your body, and hopefully the mind becoming a little bit calmer as it has a focus here with you on your mat. And inhale, bring the arms up, palms facing each other. And exhale, straight spine as you fold it forward. Bending the knees if you need that support for your back as you fold it all the way forward. Soften the knees. Plant the hands and walk the feet back here in your downward facing dog on your mat. Tailbone lifting, hips pressing back, firm the legs, lengthen the waist, ears between the upper outer arms. I guess that would be upper inner arms. Inhale, come forward to plank. That'll make you forget all about your ears. Drop the knees, exhale back to child. So here we'll come down onto the belly. And come away so that your toes don't have to be in touch with the wall here as we come into Cobra, Bhujangasana. Palms underneath the shoulders, the neck is long, reach through the legs, big toes touching. Elbows in, close. Begin to hug the elbows in towards the ribs. And just a little baby cobra to begin with here. So if your forehead is on the floor, on an inhale with just the breath, inhale and lift the shoulders up. Exhale down. Keep reaching through the legs. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale down. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Hold here. Lift the hands so we're not using any weight into the arms. Our own strength of our back holding us up here. Lengthen through the legs. Release down. Relax the legs. Take a breath. Bend the knees. Let's do a little windshield wiper side to side. So you can continue to work in a little baby cobra if that's enough for you.